Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today, we'll be covering the proper pro techniques on how to achieve a scratch-free wash. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have new content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that shows you how to keep your car clean from interior, exterior, undercarriage, you name it, we have the video for you. Anyways, let's get back into this video. So as you guys can see, I have this Volkswagen Jetta back here, and it's going to be a great example for you guys at home on how to wash your car using the proper washing techniques. So let's start off with how much dirt and grime is actually on this vehicle. On the hood is covered with grime, debris. There's even a strip of just dirt from the owner just turning on the wipers in the morning and just building up all this dirt. And you guys can check out this roof of this car. It has seen better days. There's water streaks on it, and then the owner just simply turns on the wipers, drives right off, and over time it just builds dirt, grime, and debris. And what ends up happening if you do not properly wash your car, whenever it's like this, in this condition, you could scratch it, you'll harm it, and then you could also cause like marring all over it, and it's gonna cause way more headaches. So today I'll be showing you guys how to wash it properly to avoid scratching and swirls, give it a high shine. But let's get right into it. Step number one is going to be use a 2-bucket method. By using a 2-bucket method, you'll reduce scratches and swirls as well as you reduce cross-contamination. So keep this in mind. I have a Chenille wash mitt that every time it's going to be glided across the service vehicle, I'll come to my designated wash bucket, rinse it all out, and then I'll go back to my soapy bucket to get clean water and clean suds and keep washing it. So that's going to be step number one, have 2-bucket method, as well as step number two is going to be use dirt traps. Dirt trap is going to filter while you wash. It's a cyclonic filter that sits at the bottom of the bucket. You could also stack them for extra filtering power. So you just stack them like that, insert them, now you have double filter. I recommend using the double filter whenever you're dealing with like off-road rig and you go off-roading, you have dirt, grime, and debris. Stack your dirt traps. You could also stack them up to 4 times, but in this occasion, the car is dirty, but not so dirty. So I'll just be using one dirt trap. So how do you insert them? You insert them at an angle. You'll push them all the way down, and by inserting them at an angle, you'll reduce bubbles or air pockets that will allow it to rise back up. On my right hand side, my red bucket is going to my wash bucket, and step number 3 is going to be use a high sudsing soap. In this occasion, I'll be using Blueberry Snow Foam. It's going to have tons of lubrication power, so every time I glide my Chenille wash mitt across the surface, it will not scratch. So now all I'll do is just insert 1 to 2 ounces of soap into my wash bucket, and then I'll just grab my pressure washer or any type of hose with pressure, activate the suds, and move on. But step number 4 is going to be using a foam cannon or foam blaster. Using a foam cannon or foam blaster, you're going to dwell the surface with high amounts of lubrication. So like this, every time you glide your Chenille wash mitt, you'll have tons of sudsing power. So just remove the foam cannon head. In this occasion, I'll be using the TORQ Professional Max Foam 8 foam cannon. I'll put the foam cannon head off to the side, and then I'll insert 1 to 2 ounces of soap inside my foam cannon, put my soap off to the side or back into my freeloader, reinsert my foam cannon head, make sure I screw it back on, and then I'll just stir it. I won't shake it because I shake it, I'll cause suds inside here, and I want more suds on the car, less suds inside here. So just stir it, then I'll put it back inside my freeloader. So that was step number 4. Now it's time to get into step number 5. Step number 5 is rinse on the surface of the vehicle just so you can knock off any loose grime and debris. And then after that, step number 6 is attach your foam cannon to your pressure washer, start foaming up the surface, and then I'll get back to you guys on the step number 7. Let's get started. All right guys, so now that we just finished with step number 6, now it's time to move on to step number 7, which is going to be scrubbing. So step number 6 is the foam cannon foam up the surface of the vehicle. Before we get into scrubbing, we'll just activate our suds. I'll put the pressure washer tip back on, add pressure to my wash bucket, and now it's time to start scrubbing it. So step number 7 is going to be the most important step for you on how to properly scrub down the surface of the vehicle. So what you want to do is go to the highest point of the vehicle. You'll put your wash mitt at an angle and you'll glide in linear motions to reduce scratches and swirls. If your vehicle is super dirty, what you could do is you could flip your wash mitt, scrub the rest of the portion down, come back to your rinse bucket, sink your wash mitt at the bottom, let it scrub at the bottom of the dirt trap so the dirt trap can suck out all the dirt, grime, and debris. You'll inspect your wash mitt, wring it out outside, and then you'll proceed with doing this around the whole entire car. By doing this around the whole entire car, you're reducing scratches and swirls, because if you start scrubbing in circular motion, you might pick up a dirt, grime, debris, or heavy amounts of mud, and every time you start going in circular motion, all you'll do is just scratch up the surface of your ride. So by doing this procedure, linear motions, coming back to your rinse bucket, sinking your wash mitt and scrubbing at the bottom of the dirt trap, you're reducing scratches and swirls. And this is why we always recommend step number 1, which is doing a 2-bucket method wash. Especially on a dark color car, you can see scratches and swirls imperfections. This is why we always recommend doing this proper steps around your whole entire car to reduce scratches and swirls, reduce headaches, and keep up the shine. So guys, let me just finish scrubbing this whole entire vehicle down. I'll give you guys an amazing montage, and then we'll get back to step number 8, which is going to be how to avoid water spots when you're drying. Let's get started. All right guys, so I just finished rinsing down the foam off the surface of the vehicle, and you guys can see that 1, the water is dragging on this Volkswagen Jetta, and 2, I'll be showing you guys how to properly reduce water spots. So step number 8 is pair afterwash with your woolly mammoth or any drying towel you'll be using. So afterwash is going to be a drying aid that 1, it's going to suspend any water dragging, and it's going to separate it from the surface. So whenever you glide a woolly mammoth across the surface, you'll reduce streaking, and you will also be shining with afterwash. So go to the surface of the area you'll be drying and just mist afterwash onto it. And then you'll grab your woolly mammoth or whatever drying towel you'll be using, gently put it and wipe. By using afterwash, you'll be shining while you're drying, and you'll also be reducing water spots, especially if you're drying your car or washing your car, I should say, with unfiltered water. Unfiltered water has a lot of calcium in it, and it builds up water spots over time. And you guys can see after using afterwash, drying aid, and the woolly mammoth, you guys can see the surface is now dry, the surface is now glossy, and nonetheless, I do not have water spots. So afterwash can be used around the whole entire vehicle. Wheels, headlights, glass, mirrors, you name it, afterwash has you covered. So guys, now it's time for me to finish drying up this whole entire Volkswagen Jetta. In the meantime, you can hop onto our website right now, chemicalguys.com, and pick up any of these products I used today in this video. From foam cannons to freeloaders to buckets to woolly mammoth to afterwash. Whatever you saw in this video, you can find on our website right now, chemicalguys.com, or stop by your local detail garage. I recommend you do so. It's a detailer's paradise. We have over 85 detail garage locations across the globe, including Canada and UK. As always, I'm Henry, and thank you for sharing your passion with Chemical Guys.